Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor with your KNEO Community Connection. And this morning we have a special guest with us, Attorney General Andrew Baily. And he is the AG for the state of Missouri. He's going to be speaking to us today about some important happenings in the legal sphere. And so, sir, thank you for taking a little time this morning to speak with our listeners.
Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and so I know you've been busy here lately with a Planned Parenthood case. And can you update us on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, last November, a video surfaced that indicated agents of Planned Parenthood were bragging about willful violations of state law, trafficking minors across state lines for unauthorized abortions without any parental consent or notification, bragged about forging documents to accomplish that goal, and bragged that they did it all the time. This clearly violates state statute. It's a pattern of behavior from Planned Parenthood, of a willful disregard of the health and safety laws of the state of Missouri. He filed suit. And 2 weeks ago, Planned Parenthood moved to dismiss the suit. The court said no and allows our lawsuit to move forward. We're moving into discovery. We're going to root out the wrongdoers and hold them accountable.
And I think it also goes to show, despite the Dobbs decision from a couple years ago from the Supreme Court, the fight against abortion is not over. There's still people trying to push this, and they're trying to push it in our own state. And so if people want to see that issue go away, that they can't give up the fight just because of Roe versus Wade getting overturned a couple years ago.
That's right. The fight has only just begun, and the battlefield is evolving, and we've got to adapt to the evolving battlefield.
Well, and one more thing we wanted to ask you about today, sir. I understand that your office has been doing some work to safeguard the religious freedom of Missourians. And can you update us on that as well?
Absolutely. Fighting for our First Amendment right to express our faith and practice our religion as we see fit is a right that is given to us by God, not man, and is protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. We've done a lot on this from going after school boards who are promoting radical transgender ideology and forcing faculty and staff to sign on. So we fight back to prevent that, to keep that stuff out of our schools and ensure that parents have a voice in that process. We fought back against the city of Kansas City that doxed Harrison Butker for the expression of his Christian faith at a college commencement ceremony and put them on notice that we would not tolerate violations of the Missouri Human Rights Act that prevent that kind of just religious discrimination in public settings. And we filed a brief in the United States Supreme Court, took the case all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, where Missouri jurors were kicked off of a jury pool solely based on their Christian faith. I'm not going to let these anti-discrimination laws, public accommodation laws, target Christians and relegate the Christian faith to second-class citizen status. It is imperative that Christianity change the culture. Culture shouldn't change Christianity.
Well, sir, if people want to keep up with you and all the things that your office is doing, where would you send people?
Check us out at ago.mo.gov. That's ago.mo.gov. We've increased criminal prosecution by 133% in 1 year. Recovered more than $32 million in settlements and judgments for defrauding consumers. If you've got a consumer complaint, you can go to that website. We will fight to make it right and get your money back for you. We're doing great things for Missourians, from protecting our constitutional rights to holding wrongdoers accountable in criminal court and fighting for Missouri consumers.
We've been speaking today with Missouri State Attorney General Andrew Baily, and I'll mention he's also a great follow on Twitter, or X as it's called now. And hey, sir, thanks for addressing our listeners this morning.
Thank you so much for having me on. God bless you and your listeners. Talk again soon.